Femina sending message to someone, but you posted that publicly, Femina. Femina, are you there? Femina. What did this mean, Femina? What are the meaning of this thing? Basically, I can understand. Okay. Fine. So beware next time. Okay. So take care. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Femina, she escaped. I'm thinking. Where is she? Okay. Let it anyway. So that might be a mistake. So just observe the screen here. Sorry. Okay, check it now. Can you see the screen now? Hello? Can you see?
Yes, sir.
The screen is visible, right? Okay. Femina, please join back. It's not a matter. Let it. Okay. So now we want to discuss about the budget line. What do you mean by budget? We know that our consumer activity, basically purchasing the goods that basically related with a number of aspects. We know that purchasing capacity, right? The money back be required, our preferences, okay, and our willingness to pay for that particular product. Like that, various factors are there basically that connected with purchasing a particular product. So we already discussed budget and what is the importance of budget that related with the purchasing capacity of a particular individual. Okay, so that is connected with the price of the commodity, our willingness to pay for the commodity, and our preferences. At the same time, that is connected with the income of that particular individual. Okay, let us consider a consumer here. 2.2, the consumer budget. Okay, already discussed, and some people already, we know that. Some people already missed the class. For them, again, I'm reading the same, explaining the same. Please understand that without understanding the budget, we are unable to explain this ordinal approach of utility and demand curve. There. So I want to understand what do you mean by budget and what do you mean by budget set and budget constraint. So these are the basic ideas in the portion here. Let us consider a consumer who has only fixed amount of money, that means income, to spend on two goods. Okay, here we are discussing only the ordinal approach. Okay, there is two goods are there. I mean, one bundle consists of two goods. The prices of the goods are given in the market. The consumer cannot buy any and every combination of the two goods that she may want to consume. We know that the number of combinations we can create with that two particular goods related with the income of the consumer. Okay, many combinations we can create. The consumption bundles that are available to the consumer depend on the prices of the two goods and the income of the consumer. Price of that goods and the income of the consumer. We will always ready to purchase or try to purchase the goods within the limit or within that income. Okay, so we are unable to purchase any good more than the income. We know that, right? So listen carefully. The consumption bundles are available to the consumer depend on the prices of two goods and the income of the consumer. Given her fixed income and the prices of the two goods, the consumer can afford to buy only those bundles which cost her less than or equal to her income. So always we will purchase the product equal to our income, or we will spend less than our income to purchase the product. That's what the relation with the income and purchasing capacity. Next one, budget set and the budget line. Suppose the income of the consumer is considering as M. Hereafter, M denote the income of the consumer, M, and the prices of bananas and mangoes are P1. The price of the banana is P1 and the price of mango it is P2 respectively. If the consumer want to buy X1 quantities of bananas, okay, X1, we don't know exactly what is the quantity here, X1 quantities of banana, she will have to spend price 1 to X1 quantities, or a P1 to X1 amount of the money. Similarly, if the consumer want to buy X2 quantities of mangoes, she will have to spend a P2, price 2 for X2 amount. X2 amount of money. Okay, P2 into, or a P2 multiplied by X2 amount of money. Therefore, if the consumer want to buy the bundle consist of X1 quantities of bananas and X2 quantities of mangoes, she will have to spend P1 X1 plus P2 X2. Okay, amount of money. So we know that. Okay, related with the price of the product, the person want to spend the money. Okay, the value of the single quantity multiplied by the number of that particular product. Okay, so that's what the P1 X1 plus P2 X2 amount of money. Given the prices of the goods and the income of the consumer, she can choose any bundle as long as it costs less than or equal to the income she has. In other words, the consumer can buy any bundle X1, X2, or any what we can say, any number of X1 and X2, but that is related with this particular equation, P1 X1 plus P2 X2 lesser than or equal to income M. Okay, less than or equal to M. That equation should be understand properly. P1 into X1 plus P2 X2 lesser than or equal to M. The inequality is called the consumer budget constraint. Okay, so sometimes the person or the consumer is unable to purchase more number of products that exceeding his budget or exceeding his income. So this is basically considering as the budget constraint. The set of bundles available to the consumer is called the budget set. So the set of product what he or she is able to purchase, that set is called to be the budget set. Budget set. So these two words are important. What do you mean by the term budget constraint and what is budget set? The budget set is thus the collection of bundles that the consumer can buy with her income at prevailing market prices or existing market prices. So we already discussed a different combination of bananas and mangoes here, 0 to 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, and 4, 0. Like that, various combinations are there. Here the income is considering as 20. 20 is the amount that we can spend it to purchase mangoes and bananas. The price for mangoes and bananas are 5 each, 5 each. So easily we can calculate maximum we can spend it is 20. So 2 combination will be there, 3-0 combination, 1-4 combination is there. Like that, different combination, sorry, not 1-4, 0-4 combination is there. Like that, different combinations we can create and we can choose that combination. All such combination is able to provide the same utility and the same satisfaction, because he or she is unable to purchase more than that. Okay, a limit is there that is considering at the income of that particular consumer. Okay, that's what the income. Okay, if the both goods are perfectly divisible, the consumer budget set would consist of all bundles X1 and X2, such as X1 and X2 are any number greater than or equal to 0 and P1 X1 plus P2 X2 less than or equal to M. Okay, so here in the case we are able to divide that perfectly. Okay, perfectly, because amount is 20 and the price of the commodity is 5. So easily we can divide that. So easily we can divide the number of the goods also. The budget set can be represented in a diagram as in figure 2.9. So you can see the budgets here, M divided by P2 in the y-axis, M divided by P1 in the x-axis, 0 to M divided by P and M divided by P2, P1 and P2. Okay, so that's called to be, within that limit is called to be the budget set. Okay, that any combination the person can purchase. Okay, is that idea clear? Okay, any combination the person can purchase. All bundles in the positive quadrant which are on or below the line are included in the budget set. The question of the line is, sorry, the equation of the line is P1 X1 plus P2 X2 is equal to M. So that is understood. Okay, so all money we spend here. So 4 units, 2 units each, or 40 or 04, whatever it is, the total amount we spend. So that is equal to the income, equal to the income. That's the maximum point here. You can see here P1 X1 plus P2 X2 is equal to M. So maximum we spent. Okay, here we can find the intersection here. Okay, so the line consists of all bundles which cost exactly equal to M, that means income. This line is called the budget line. Underline that and want to read that also. Points below the budget represent bundles which cost strictly less than M. So the combination that we are able to find below the budget set, which means that is less than a income only, less than income only. Some savings will be there, some savings will be there, less than income only. Okay, anyway, more than this budget line is not possible, not possible in common sense. Basically, you want to purchase, you have to borrow money, right or not? So with the income it is not possible, with the present income that is not possible. Okay, we are unable to cross this line, unable to cross this line, but we are able to stand within the line, or we can reduce the number of quantities what we are purchasing also. So that is always less than the income, less than the income. Okay, here it's X2 is equal to M divided by P2 minus P1 divided by P2 multiplied by X1. So all this mathematical calculation, we want to learn that properly. Okay, I will teach that again, no problem. So now just understand the equation there, learn the equations properly. The budget line is a straight line with the horizontal intercept. You can see the intercept here. One is a horizontal intercept and there is a vertical intercept. So horizontal intercept is 0 to M divided by P1. Maximum this much only. Okay, maximum this much a person can spend. Okay, and in the vertical intersection, that is M divided by P2. Here it is M divided by P2. Okay, that is the price of the second commodity, that are mangoes, and this is the price of the first commodity, that is bananas, that are bananas. The horizontal intercept represents the bundle that the consumer can buy if she spends her entire income on bananas. So entire income she spent to purchase bananas, maximum she can reach. Okay, nothing more than that. That is the last limit. That's the end here, 20. Maximum 20 rupees. So maximum 4, because the price is consisting as a 5 here. The same time, the vertical axis also the same will be there. M divided by P2. Maximum it is 20. 20 divided by P2, price of the second commodity 5 only. So 4. The quantity is 4 here. Okay. Next one, we want to discuss about price ratio. So before that, one more paragraph is here. So M2, M divided by P2, the horizontal intercept represents the bundle that the consumer can buy if she spends her entire income on bananas. Similarly, the vertical intercept represents the bundle that the consumer can buy if she spends her entire income on mangoes. The slope of the budget line is minus P1 divided by P2 divided by P2. So the idea is clear. That is connected with the income. This line is connected with the income. Okay, so here the maximum amount they used to purchase bananas and mangoes. So we connected both the P1 and P2. We got a line here. That line is called with the budget line. Below that is called with the budget set. At any quantity we are able to purchase below that budget line, but more than that is not possible in a normal case or normal sense. Okay. Think of any point on the budget line. Such a point represents the bundle which costs the consumer her entire budget. Now, suppose the consumer wanted to have one more banana. She can do it only if she give up some amount of the other good. So we want to understand here. We already studied in the marginal diminishing marginal utility. The price ratio and the slope of the budget line. So that is connected with the price also here. Okay, she want to purchase or increase the number of bananas. Anyway, she or he want to reduce the number of mangoes from the bundle. Okay, so that is clear. That is understood there. Okay, now suppose the consumer wanted to have one more banana. She can do it only if she gives up some amount of the other good. How many mangoes does she have to give up if she want to have an extra quantity of banana? Here we know that both the price is 5. So 1:1. That's what. It would depend on the price of the two goods. A quantity of banana costs P1. Therefore, she will have to reduce her expenditure on mangoes by P1. Underline that whole paragraph. That is the question answer for one or example for one particular idea called price ratio and the slope of the budget line. Therefore, she will have to reduce her expenditure on mangoes by P1 amount. If she want to one more quantity of banana with P1, I mean price of the first quantity, she could buy P1 divided by P2 quantities of mangoes. So Easily we can understand that 5 divided by 5, that is 1. Therefore, if the consumer want to have an extra quantity of banana, when she's spending all her money, she will have to give up P1, P2 quantities of mangoes. In other words, in the given market, market conditions. Okay, so the consumer can substitute bananas for mangoes at the rate of P1 divided by P2. The absolute value of the slope of the budget line measured the rate at which the consumer is able to substitute bananas for mangoes when she spends her entire budget. So the simple idea it is here, this is a derivation of slope of the budget line. We require the help of the board to explain this. So I am leaving that now. We will explain the next class. Okay, next class definitely I will explain this. So just understand up to here. Okay, changes in the budget sets also we require the help of the board. Okay, so I hope all these ideas are clear so far. Okay, so far what are the things we discussed? All those things are clear to you. Yes or no? Yes or no? Tell me. So it is nothing serious. In budget is nothing serious. Okay, we know that what the money we have and what is our income, we are always able to purchase the product related with our income only. Okay, so we are able to purchase by spending less than our income or equal to our income. Okay, nothing, or we are unable to spend more than our income in a normal case. Just understand that. Okay. And again, next one we want to discuss about one more aspect here, that is demand. Okay, so economics, that also important. What are the things basically important here? We know that production, supply, price. Next one, it is a demand for the commodity. Okay, leave some space and write demand. Okay, because the explanation related with that consumer behavior related with the budget line, it is not completed. So leave some space and write here what is demand. Okay, so demand, in the previous section we studied that choice problem of the consumer and derived the consumer's optimum bundle given the price given the price of the goods, the consumer income and her preferences. It was observed that the amount of the good that the consumer choose optimally depend on the price of the good itself, the prices of other goods. So demand is always connected with the price of the commodity. So always the consumer will go to purchase the product in its optimum bundle. Okay, what the maximum bundle he is able to purchase or she is able to purchase, consumer is always moving towards that. Okay, but the demand is basically connected with the price also. The price decreases, basically what will happen? Demand will what will happen to the price? Sorry, demand if the price fall. Can anyone? The question is, if the price of the commodity falls, what happen or what will happen to demand? Can anyone? What the connection of price and demand? I told you, what is that? What is that? If a price decreases, demand? Anila Mohanan. Correct. It will increase. It will increase. So always we discuss that in ordinary utility analysis. Okay. If the person want to purchase more related with the diminishing marginal utility, price want to decrease, then only the people will think about that, or they may not think about that, because if extra quantity if you are purchasing, the satisfying capacity of the product will decrease. Okay, we know that. So we will think about it. So for a higher price, again we will not purchase the product. So we will wait to a situation where prices want to reduce or that want to come down, then only again we will purchase the product. That's what the strict connection with demand and price, basically inverse relation, right? Okay, here it is. So the quantity of a commodity that the consumer is willing to buy and is able to afford, affordability. Given prices of goods and consumer taste and preferences is called demand. Underline that. What is demand? What is a demand? Okay. for the commodity. Whenever one or more of these variables change, the quantity of the good chosen by the consumer is likely to change as well. So underline all these factors. What are the factors here? Okay, so here it is. Underline that the customer's income and her taste and preferences. Okay, so when we will purchase, basically we will think about our income, our budget. Next one, our taste to purchase the product. We like, we will purchase. Preferences, we are giving a different rank for different bundles or different sets of products there. So our purchasing of a product is related with our income, our taste, and our preferences. The quantity of a commodity that a consumer is willing to buy and is able to afford at given prices of goods and consumers' taste and preference is called demand for a commodity. Underline. So demand for a commodity is always related with the price of the commodity. Next one, taste of the consumer, and the next one is preferences of the consumer. So demand is connected with the three factors. One is the price of the commodity, second one is the taste of the consumer, third one is the preferences of the consumer. Okay. Whenever one or more of these variables change, the quantity of the good chosen by the consumer is likely to change. Okay. Okay. Any of these variables changing, maybe the taste changes or the preference changes or the price changes, definitely the quantity of the commodity what we are purchasing also will change. Here we shall change one of these variable at that time and study how the amount of the good chosen by the consumer is related to the variable. Now we are going to discuss how this thing will happen, basically, how the quantity of the commodity will change or how it will change related with the varying taste or varying preferences or changes in the price of the commodity. So it's called to be demand curve and the law of demand. Demand curve and the law of demand. Okay, so here it is. Okay, if the prices of other goods, the consumer income and her taste and preferences remain unchanged, the amount of the good that the consumer optimally choose become entirely depend on its prices. Okay, so we like one product, we are continuously using that, we have a good taste towards that, the price of the commodity is not changing. Okay, so we will not think about other commodities. Okay, then when we will think about one another commodity, when the price of that particular commodity reducing, we will think about that. If you are basically using one particular product, okay, example, you would like to have a vanilla ice cream, but in market the price of the vanilla ice cream is too high. Okay, so we have a substitution. What is that? A strawberry ice cream, butterscotch. Okay, for example, I'm speaking about this, but in real sense, the meaning, I mean, the prices are different. So butterscotch or strawberry ice cream's price is less. Okay, and these products also are able to give same satisfaction like vanilla ice cream. Okay, so we are not thinking about vanilla ice cream because this butterscotch and the strawberry is able to provide us the same satisfaction. Okay, but there is a taste is there in our mind to consume the vanilla ice cream. Then we will wait for a moment. Okay, when the price of the vanilla ice cream reduced or came same as butterscotch or strawberry, basically we will purchase vanilla. Now is that clear or not? Is that idea clear or not?
Yes.
So if you want to purchase an extra commodity and other commodity, okay, if our taste remain the same, our preferences remain the same, again only one thing will be there. What is that? Price only. We will wait for a less in the price or a reduction in the price. Okay, the relation between the consumer optimal choice of the quantity of good and its price is very important, and this relation is called the demand function. Okay. So price decreases, we will purchase the commodity. Basically, that is related with the optimal choice of the quantity of goods and its price is very important, and this relation is called the demand function. The price of the commodity and the quantity of the commodity, okay, both are related, and this function is basically termed as the demand function. So you can see the figure there, price and quantity. X is equal to a function of P. So that's what the demand curve here. So I will explain that again. Okay, so I am stopping for now, and we will discuss the things what we discussed already And hereafter, if you want to discuss, we require the help of the board. Not explain that with the help of the diagrams and graphs. Okay. So everyone, please remember or please listen carefully. For the next class, everyone should sit with a paper, pen, scale, eraser, and a graph paper too. Okay. So a number of constructions are there. You want to understand that. Okay. We want to practice that. Clear? So just keep that in your mind. What is that? Pencil, scale, graph paper, that such kind of things are necessary to attend the next classes. Okay. And some students, they not attended the previous class. I give number of questions, nearly 12 questions I provided to find out the students, those who not attended the class, the earlier classes. Please note down those questions with the help of your students. I mean, your friends, not students, friends. Okay. So who's neither Sunil Kumar? Okay, I said only. Okay, fine. So you can provide the help. Friends can provide that questions. Just to write down those questions and find out the answers. Find out the answers. Is that clear? Is that clear? So today we discussed the various, I mean, a number of factors, number of topics, basically that coming from ordinal utility theory to ICs. Okay, what is the full form of IC? Ashish Benny. Ashish Benny. What is the full form of IC? Ashish, are you there? Ashish. Ashish, can you hear me, Ashish? Hello. The connectivity issue, I'm thinking. Aparna, what is the form of IC?
Sir, indifference curve.
Indifference curve. Okay. Anthony, tell me what are the features of an indifference curve? Three basic features we discussed, right? What are they? Can you hear me, Annette?
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
it is concave towards the origin.
Okay, fine.
Then it as a slope, as it goes higher, the utility increases.
Okay. Higher the IC, higher the utility, right? One more.
Then it never intersects each other.
Yeah, never intersects each other. Okay, two ICs never intersect each other. So if you find a multiple ICs in one graph paper, what we will call, Aditya? Number of ICs or more than two ICs if you are able to find in a graph, what will call for that? Aditya, can you hear me? Connectivity problem. Needu, sorry, Aishwarya. Aishwarya. Tell me.
Indifference map.
Indifference map. Okay. So Amalraj, any doubts are there? Problem? Any doubts? All lecture notes are with you, right?
No, sir.
Okay, fine.
Sir.
Okay. The next, yeah, tell me, Amal. Okay, I can hear. Okay, thank you, Amal. Okay, so the next question. So we discussed about indifference curve and we discussed about the budget. Okay, budget, right? So income is always, our purchasing capacity always is related with our income. It is always less than the income or equal to the income. So we know that what's a budget set and what is a budget line. Okay, so already 12 questions are there. Add these two more questions. What is a budget line and what's a budget set? What's a budget line? Next question, what's a budget set? Budget line and a budget set. Budget set and what is a budget line? So 12 plus 2, 14. Okay, can I give one more? What is demand? What is demand? What is demand? Okay, altogether 15. Okay, So I already intimated you that to, oh sorry, the time to submit the assignment. That is day after tomorrow, Wednesday, before 8 a.m. Okay, 8:30 a.m. No problem. Before the class starts. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Okay. Good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.